Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Biz Talk Live Show. I am your host, Shante R. Roddy. We welcome you to our show. We are so happy to have our new guest on today. Her name is Kimberly Owens. Sit back, relax. Please, if you're joining this broadcast live, we ask that you hit the like button. If you love small business, hit the love button. Please feel free to chime in with your comments and your questions. If we don't get to your questions during the show, we always follow up. If you're coming on for the replay, do comment #replay. So again, this is a broadcast where we bring on entrepreneurs and small business owners to share their stories and journeys with you all. So you know that it's possible. Whatever dreams you aspire to achieve, it is all possible for you. We will empower you. We're going to equip you to move to the next level in your business, no matter where you are. So it's all about the story, and there's something to everyone's story. And today we have a fantastic one. I can't wait to hear what she has to say. Again, Miss Kimberly Owens, welcome to the Biz Talk Live Show.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here. So happy to be here. Thank you so much.
Okay, so can you tell? Okay, so she is the Passive Income Diva.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to talk about passive income today. That's like a power word right there. So can you tell us about yourself and your company and what you do and what you're about?
First, I'd like to say hello, everybody. My name is Kimbra. I am your passive income diva, and I help business owners take their business to the next level by creating passive income, in particularly digital products. And they start off making anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000 to start additional income within their business. And so I'm very, very happy to be here. I'm happy to talk about something that I love and something that I'm passionate about, and something that I can help those who need to take it to the next level. So right now we're focusing on the cosmetology industry as well as the hair industry. Because I wanted to hone in on them because they work hard. They work 12 hours a day, and I just recently had a friend of mine who had a barber friend who hurt his hand, and so he obviously wasn't able to cut. So he had to rely on those other barbers to continue to work so he can get money. And so I hone in on those because they have something else that they can offer their online audience. It's not just the local audience, but it's the online audience. And so they come to me saying, well, what can I do to extend my business? Because, there is times that they can't work. There is times that they may get sick. There's times that they may have a child they have to seek after. But if they leave their job and that's their only source of income, then they're doomed. And so and then they're missing that extra income. So I help them create digital products for their worldwide global audience, because there are people out there that appreciate what you do, but you can only particularly serve people in your local area. So we help them reach the masses through their stories and through different things that they can offer.
That's fantastic. Like I said, I can't wait to dive into this. So how long have you been in business?
Well, I've been in business going on 2 years. Last year, and a little bit about my story, I suffer from a chronic illness called lupus. And I worked for several years as a corporate training specialist in corporate America, but it had gotten so hard. And if you know anything about lupus, it's an autoimmune disease, and it's a debilitating disease. So the longer you have it, it's kind of like the worse you get. Okay. And so I had gotten to a point where I couldn't travel as much because I was traveling, training, going to the other offices to train and different things. And it got to a point where I couldn't do it anymore. And so I'm like, okay, well, I need to make money. What can I do? And so I started with like different MLMs and different things. I tell people, look, don't down the MLMers. Okay. That's a source of income. And so I didn't know what to do in business. So I started there. And then I started to learn about other passive income, high ticket passive income, where you're not just making change, but you're actually making good money from selling other people's products or being affiliates for other people's products. So it was something that really helped me, because with my illness, I wasn't able to get out and deal with the hustle and bustle of corporate America. And, it was getting hard. So as I was doing it, I said, you know what? There are a lot of people that could be in my situation that needs to make passive income. Not only people with a chronic illness, but those who are in the service-based industry because a lot of times people don't know. They go into business, they do what they love, they do what they're passionate about, but they just don't know other ways that they can make money. And so that's where I come in. But that's one of the reasons why that I have a passion, such a passion for passive income, because you know what? I like to make coins in my sleep. I like to make coins sitting down. I like to make money when I'm up washing the dishes. You know what I'm saying?
Look, you preaching to the choir, okay? Look, I say this all the time. There's nothing like, and I told my girlfriends this morning, I said I woke up to PayPal notifications.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So, and you're so right. We get into business. We're working the business, but sometimes I'm of the mindset of working smarter, not harder. And a lot of times people are talking about you have to work hard, you have to grind, but like I'm over that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't want to be grinding and working like all the time. I want my money to work for me.
Yes. Yes.
And when I'm asleep, I want to be making money. And there are ways to do that.
Yes. Yes. And it's funny because one day in your group, and I don't even know if you remember this, you were asking about people that are products or have books or whatever. So I just put my link up there, not knowing the next morning you purchased my book. Oh. So yes, that's passive income. Okay. Yeah. To wake up in the morning and, you see these notifications of people that have purchased my book. So, it's good to know that, like you say, you don't have to work hard. You just put yourself out there, and then whomever is interested, they go ahead and buy. And so that's pretty much what I focus on, because again, I can't do the hustle and bustle.
Right.
I can't wake up every morning, get dressed, go out, run in traffic, and, create a legacy for someone else. It's better for me to do it for myself. But again, a lot of people don't know the avenues to take. I have a morning show called Morning Business Run with Kimbra, and we're on Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. And one of the things that I talked about is I did a roadmap series, meaning I told people that without a roadmap, without a business plan, you don't know where you're going to end up. Right. You can't just jump into business and wing it. You have to know, this is what I'm going to do in 3 months. This is what I'm going to do in 6 months, and so on and so forth. It's just like taking a trip. If you want to go to Florida and you live in Georgia, you need to map out that thing, or you're going to end up anywhere.
Right.
So you need to map it out and say, you know what, this is the highway I'm going to take. I turn here, I turn there, so that you can get to the destination that you want to get to. It's the same thing in business. When you're going into business, you need to know exactly how it is that you would create an ebook in order to sell, how it is that you can become a bestseller on Amazon for just a few thousand sales, but it gives you leverage in your business. You understand? Yeah. So again, it's an easy concept, but a lot of people don't know it, and that's what makes a difference.
Right. And I find, I don't know about you, that a lot of people have, I would say, an arsenal of goods, or they have content. They have a lot at their disposal that they don't even recognize is income.
Yes.
Is potential income.
Yes.
So that's why I think it's so important for people to connect with people like you, that can really help them take a look at, what is their offering, and what do they have that they can turn into income where they're not working harder. where they're
Right.
not working more.
Right.
And when we talk about passive income versus other types of income, is working for you. So you're not putting forth a lot of exhaustive effort.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. Yes.
And I'm of the mindset, produce it once and let it make money for you over and over and over.
That's it. That's it. And as long as it's evergreen content.
Yes.
And when I say evergreen content, I'm sure you know what that is. But when I say that, it's content that's relevant now and can be relevant 10 years from now. Yes. So once you, like you said, once you initially set up, you don't have to do anything to it. So that's pretty much how it is. Now, if it's, content that changes here and there, you can make those changes. Or, it's a lot of books on Amazon from 1980. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people want to read. And one of the things that I encourage a lot of the clients in the cosmetology industry is to start off with an ebook, because the ebook, again, is evergreen content. It's your life. You can't change it. You know what I mean? It's your life between a period of time. So that is something that you can always sell to your people. You can create you can attract other people that aren't able to physically work with you, but they love you, they learn about you and then you can kind of go from there. So that's what I suggest their first product is. And then there's other ways. I did every Wednesday, we have Passive Income Wednesday in my show. And what I do is I spotlight either someone in the cosmetic industry or in the hair industry that has made, a big name for themselves, and what type of passive income did they have in their business. And so we did Mary Kay Ash. And we all know who Mary Kay is. She is the cosmetic mogul for Mary Kay Incorporated. And so, I was, explaining to my audience that her business model was passive income. Okay. When she started in 1963, she created cosmetics, not for her to sell, but for someone else to sell, which we call sales associates or affiliates.
Right.
So, and so we were highlighting, how she was able to generate up to this date $3.5 billion. Okay. As of 2018, her numbers were $3.5 billion. And the number of associates, she had over 300 sales associates. And I said that to say, it doesn't matter who it is. Right. It's her, it can be you. You understand? But you got to push, you got to persevere, you got to keep going to build your empire. And if you continue to do that you can make it, you can do it as well. You can do it as well.
That's good. So tell us really quickly, what are some of the challenges, if any, that you have experienced in starting your business and on this path?
Well, I tell you, consistency was my issue. I had so many businesses. I sold products. I did this, I did that. And I always stopped because I wasn't consistent. And so one day, I believe in having the correct mindset before you do anything.
Yes.
And so I sat down, and over a period of time, I just kind of meditated and just kind of really looked within myself to see what it is that I really can do to serve the people and make money at the same time, of course, because that's why we're in business.
Right.
And so again, I always loved passive income. That's the way I started. And so I thought, okay, well, maybe I could teach people how to build their business. And then I actually invested in a coach. And I always suggest people invest in a coach because I'm multi-passionate and I have a lot of things I like to do. But you gotta hone in on a specific thing that you would like to do. And so after I got with my coach, everything became clear. And so I decided, okay, I'm going to teach passive income because I have I have digital products. I have a course. I created an ebook. I have all of these things as examples that I can show other business owners of how you can generate money. And so I told myself that I was going to be consistent in my business. Now, I know that I'm sick, but with my job, I don't have to work every day. I can work maybe 10 hours a week if I want to, depending on what we're doing at the time. And also, I was afforded to hire a virtual assistant. So now I really don't have to work as hard. Some days I get up and do my show, and then me and her talk after. I'll be like, okay, girl, I'm going back to bed. I'll talk to you later. Because business is literally running itself.
And that's what we want for our businesses, to get to the point where it's running itself. And I think you have such a beautiful story in that you have the situation where you have lupus and you're dealing with that. So you can't always, you don't have the energy to put all these hours into your business day in and day out. So clarify for the people. Let's just talk, I think, about that in your unique story, because a lot of people are in that situation where either you have a illness or disability, or maybe you're taking care of a family member. I know a lot of us are like that, where maybe you're taking care of a parent, and that's pulling some of your attention and time away from your business activities.
Right.
And you need that time. That's what business is supposed to do, is to give you that financial freedom and time freedom. For me, time freedom is very valuable for me.
Yes, it is very.
So talk about, for the people that's in that situation, how much of a value or benefit having passive income has been for your life, and helping you to better your quality of life and giving you more time freedom.
Well, I can give you a nice example. And back in September of 2018, I had a major lupus flare up. Okay. And what that flare up entailed was I couldn't walk. I couldn't get out of bed. I would sleep all day, every day. But thankfully, my business was set up. Okay. I also have a virtual call center where I have customer service reps that work under me. Okay. I've been doing that for about 2 years. And so thank God, when I was sick and really couldn't deal with clients at the time, I had these other things in place to help me pay the bills. Yes. You know what I'm saying? So I really thank God, because when I tell you, I could not get out of bed. I couldn't walk. When I had to go to the doctor, they had to come and get me in the wheelchair. It was terrible. I didn't know what was going on. I did not know what was going on with me. And that was from September to November. Now I'm able to walk. I'm actually taking chemo now for the lupus. And thankfully, although I don't really like all of the extra medicine, but thankfully chemo has really done something positive as far as my health is concerned. But getting back to the passive income, I was happy to have that in place. If you got to work, if you got to stand on your feet and actually work every day and you get sick, what happens? We as business owners, we don't have vacation time.
Right.
Not unless that's something that we plan for. Right. How many of us plan for it? How many of us put away money for vacation, for sick, and, different things like that? How many of us have bills saved up for 6 months to pay the rent? So, and it's something that we should have. And it's something that we, especially our community, need to be taught on how it is to pay yourself, number one, and then put in percentages of money in other accounts so that you may need it. But since we're not doing that, that's where the passive income comes in, because again, when you're not able to work, You still have that money coming in. You know, I have money coming in from my digital products. I have money coming in from my customer service reps that work under me in my virtual call center. So money was still coming in whether I worked or not. Yes.
And that's what we want. That's what gives us the time freedom that we desire. That's what helps us to live the life we want to live and spend more time with those that we love, and not so much deep into our business. So, like I said, I'm loving this conversation. Just to be able to do this in your circumstances, I know a little bit about lupus, but with that said, that's a huge accomplishment right there. But what for you do you find is like your biggest accomplishment thus far in your business?
The biggest accomplishment really is, number one, making the money that I want to make, because I struggled a lot. I struggled again with being consistent. And even when I got to the point where I was consistent, it was still hard to make money. I'm not good at sales at all. I was always just a customer service person. You know, I can answer your questions, but getting someone to buy into what I was trying to give them was the hardest thing. And so again, there we go with the investing. I invested in someone who is phenomenal. Okay, phenomenal. And so she was able to teach me the practices of selling without being salesy. So once I learned the different techniques of how to speak to people and how to hone them in first and different things like that, because again, it's not so much the product, it's you. Yeah. Because they buy the product somewhere else, So what about you are people going to invest in? And so that is something that I had to work on. And I felt like it's a major accomplishment because it opened up new doors for me to, in my business, for it, not only income, but, different speaking engagements that I've been afforded, and people calling on me to do different things in the business. And so that really makes me proud, because there was one time that I couldn't get that. There was a time I couldn't hire a virtual assistant. I had to do it all myself, staying up all night, even on my sick days, trying to get stuff done so that I can sell it and make money. Now all I have to do is delegate it. And so I'm grateful to God. That's number one. I'm grateful to God, and I'm grateful to my coach. And it was a lot of money. It was a lot of money. But you know what? I believed in myself and I believed in her. Yeah. And because of that, I was able to get over that hurt on. To me, today, until I become a millionaire right now, that is my greatest accomplishment.
I think you hit on something really important, and that is believing in yourself, right? And we talked about mindset being a big barrier for a lot of people. It's not that they don't have what it takes. It's not that they don't have resources. It's not that they don't have gifts. It's really getting over that mindset hump.
Yes.
And believing that they can do it, believing they can achieve it, and believing that they deserve it. All of it, whatever it is, whatever that you want in life, right?
Right.
So let's talk to the people about that from your perspective. How important is it then to have that self-belief and believe in your dreams that you can accomplish it? And when we talk about money, believing that you can have it, when a lot of times some of us have backgrounds where, money is taboo, or, being wealthy is taboo.
Yes.
So, right. So you have to break some of those mindset barriers. So let's talk about that real quick.
Well, let me tell you, my mindset is my thing too. Mindset is my thing too, because I feel like that's where it starts. It starts in the mind. You can't jump into anything without your mind being there, and your mind being changed, and your mind being elevated. I just did a 3-week series called Get Your Mind Right. Okay. And so what we talked about is we talked about ways for people to start to work on themselves, start to work on their mind, and start to just get in a quiet place. That's why a lot of people suggest meditation so much. Okay, because meditation allows you to get somewhere in a quiet place, in a quiet space, and really listen to what your spirit is saying to you. Listen to what your intuition is saying to you. A lot of times, our spirit is talking to us, but because we have so much clutter in our mind, family problems, boyfriend problems, marriage problems, work problems, and all of these problems around us, that we can't think. You notice that? Yes. When you go through a lot of bullshit, you can't think. And you can't get your mind clear to really just even get a thought out. And so what I tell people is, before you make a decision, clear your mind. Get quiet. What it is that you need to do, what it is that you need to accomplish, and then listen to yourself and listen to the God in you that's telling you which way to go, that's telling you which way to do. A lot of times, I could use a relationship as an example. You know this man is not for you. You know he's not for you. Your spirit is telling you he's not for you. But because we have so much going on in our mind, love, confusion, anxiety, depression, everything is up here all at one time, we can't think. And we don't have the guts to let that person go, knowing that will be a better way that you can come into yourself. So that's one thing. When we believe in ourselves, we'll make decisions that are the hardest for us. And that means letting go people who are negative, letting go toxic relationships, letting all the things that don't feed your spirit, letting it go. And when you get to that mindset, you won't take the crap that people is going to give you. You don't take negativity. Look, right here is a serene place. And if you got negative, you're going to have to get up out of here, because I don't do negative. I don't do drama, none of that. You know what I'm saying? I think that's why I live in the country, because I don't like hustle and bustle of traffic and cars, and I like to be in a peaceful place, and that's how I live my life. And so I'm really passionate about that as well, thinking about putting together something about mindset, because again, people are so bound in their mind. They have they're still slaves to themselves. They're still slaves to the system. They're still slaves to politics. Because people can tell you what to do and you just do it. You just do it without thinking, is this best for me? But because your mindset is so low, you're a follower, not a leader. But I'm a leader. I don't know about you. I know you a leader. I know you're a leader. So it's our job to help those to come out of that state of mind and elevate. That's it. Elevate your mind. Elevate. You can be able to do anything in your life and in your business if you believe it. If you believe it. And it just does something to me when I talk about the mindset, because I've been there. But I know who I am and I know whose I am. And with knowing that, I know that I can do anything. So that's where I am. And some people can call it cockiness or whatever. Some people may call it, see it as arrogance. But I'm like, you know what? You only gotta be here. You gotta be here to know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Be in my space to know exactly how I feel. So that's why you have haters or people that are jealous of you, because their mind is not there. So it's our job as business owners and as teachers and as coaches to help them get into that space and work on themselves first. That's it.
Yeah. So we have to work on ourselves. That is so important, because a lot of times we're like, oh, I need to work in my business. And people think, you ask people, well, what is the problem? What is your challenge, right, in your business? Mm-hmm. And most people go to, I'm not making enough money. I don't have enough clients. And I don't have enough sales.
Well, okay. Wonder why. I wonder why.
But there's a root cause. There's a deeper reason behind that, right?
Yes.
So it's getting to that root cause of why that is. And a lot of times they think it's one thing that it's not.
Right.
And it's again goes back to mindset. And a lot of people overlook that. And people say, oh, you know, they a lot of times they talk I don't want to say down, but discredit like motivational speakers and why do people have to motivate people? People need to be motivated. Life is hard. People go through until people know your story, and even with the story you told, I'm sure that's not all of your story.
Right.
And we as entrepreneurs go through that. So you not only are you dealing with entrepreneurship, trying to run a business, have that huge weight of responsibility, especially if you are a leader that is here to in business to serve and make an impact and be an influence. That's the way. Then couple that with life challenges.
Right. Oh, I'm telling you.
And past experiences, right?
Yes.
Trying to all those challenges that you're trying to overcome and still show up as the best person that you can be and living your purpose. That's a lot.
It is a lot. It
right?
is a lot.
And so motivation is huge. Even me.
Yes.
That's why I have goal friends. and people, I surround myself with a success team and people that understand me as an entrepreneur, what I go through as an entrepreneur.
Right.
So let's talk about that real quick. Is how important do you think it is to have a circle of supporters or goal friends in this thing called entrepreneurship?
It's very important. It's very important. I am, and I tell people a lot, although I'm out there and, you know, I tell people I have a social anxiety. Like, you know, I'm an introvert. I really am. Because a lot of times when I do things, I have a nervousness. And so it just, you know, it just kind of, sometimes I'll go and crawl under a rock. You know what I'm saying? But I know that it's important, number one, to have friends that are positive and have friends that can push you or help push you and encourage you. And I think one of those would be my virtual assistant. I tell you, she's really God sent. You know, she really, you know, when things are not going right, you know, she's there to calm me and, you know, tell me, look, I got this. You just focus on what you need to do. And, you know, I got this. And you need friends that you can depend on, whether you're paying them or not. You need friends that you can depend on, that can kind of talk you off the ledge. You know, you need that because a lot of times we can say, well, you know, I'll pray. But sometimes we need somebody in the flesh to come and grab our arm and say, come on back here now, just calm it down, you know, and just kind of help us remember exactly who we are. Because sometimes we forget.
Yes.
You know, we forget who we are. And unless God come down and snatch our collar and say, hey, we need that physical being to come and say, girl, you need to chill, you know, or you need to do this. And it's very important for those friends to be honest with you. A lot of times people maintain friendships because they say all the right things and they try to do all the right things, but that's not what I want in a friend. I want a friend to tell me when I'm wrong, okay, and not get an attitude or something like that. You know, it's something that you can move past. That's what a friend is. That's what a friend is. And so I think it's, like you said, goal friends. It's very important to have that in your life so that, you know, again, when those hard times come, you have someone that could be your moral support.
Yes. And believe me, those hard times will come.
Yes, they will. They will. Yeah, all the time.
All the time. Don't let it fool you because people, again, and not many people talk about this.
Right.
They talk about the flashiness of being an entrepreneur. They do not talk about the behind the scenes, the hard times, the days that you want to give up. Like every other hour, you just like, oh my goodness, why am I in this thing?
Yes. And the biggest thing for me, go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to talk.
No, but God will send you people into your life at the right times, right? You need that physical person. We all need that.
Yes.
Every single one of us, me included.
Yes, yes. And I was gonna say that in my line of business, I'm not sure exactly how you reach your clients, but I have to go and get my clients sometimes. And I'm telling you, it takes a good amount of guts to do it. Because, there's times I've gotten on the phone with a client and they need everything that I can give them, but then when I give them maybe the price or something like that, they would say, and then she, not that she said no, okay, but she wasn't ready at the time. And then you go and follow up. They don't want to answer you. And it just does something to your ego, your spirit, And I remember a time when that happened and I was like, is this truly for me? And just really questioning myself, And so a friend of mine was like, you know what? Yes, it's for you. You can't determine your future over one or two people that may not be able to afford your services. Because I do sell high ticket services. For my services. So, of course, that has to be a certain level of a business owner that I work with. And so, it's difficult sometimes, and it could be discouraging. But of course, when you get that sale, you feel like you're on top of the world again, but there are those ones that can really just crush your ego, and make you think you're not worth what you're not worthy of your hire. But I know that I'm worthy of my hire. I'm worth what I charge for my expertise. You know what I'm saying? That's why you have to constantly work on that mindset. You got to constantly, you have to have your friends that constantly work on their mindset, because again, this is a whole different level.
It is.
This is a whole different level. So, it's just, and it's very, very crushing. Again, being a coach, like I said, you have to go after your clients, and some people will make you feel terrible. If you're not selling your package for $25, they make you feel terrible.
Right. And I'm glad you said that. So I put that up here. You're worthy of your hire. That is so important, and it takes guts. This thing takes guts, and I know a lot of entrepreneurs that struggle with that, and they feel the pressure, and then they lower their prices, and then they keep lowering their prices till they're giving it away for free. And so then, are you still in business? And then are you making money? How is that helping your quality of life? How is that putting money in your bank account?
Exactly.
And when you're in business, the money is the heartbeat. Your finances is the hearttbeat of your business.
Yes, it is.
But people feel so guilty for asking for the value, for what they deserve. And it's like, it takes guts just to ask for what you deserve.
It does. It really does.
Stand your ground on it.
Yes.
But you have to do that. That takes confidence. And so, I want to encourage and folks like us to help people. I constantly send that message, because I know so many of us, especially minorities, have bottom of the barrel prices and near free.
Right.
People have gotten to the free, and they're struggling because they don't know how to ask, to make them ask, and then stick to their guns.
Yeah, and the difference too is there are people that will pay for your services.
Yes, they will.
You're gonna get all kinds of people, but once you again change your mindset and you stay in a certain headspace, you will attract those people that will pay for what you offer. You really will. And when I went through the coaching program, that was the very first thing she taught about, because she's a high ticket sales type of coach. So, it's like, honey, you just ain't gonna come in here charging people all of this kind of money, but you have all of this doubt and you're not confident, and you don't have your things together. You can't do that. You have to be at the level that you're trying to sell.
Yes.
So so it was just it was life-changing, because I know that I'm worthy again of my hire.
I like that. Be at the level you're trying to sell.
Yes.
That's good. That's good. So this is really good information. I have a few more questions for you.
Sure.
I always like to ask about success because success looks different to everybody. What do you consider success? What does success look like for you?
Well, one of the things that is great in mindset is being grateful for even the little things, because the scripture said, if if you're good over faithful over the little things, you'll rule over many. Okay, so that I'm really a stickler with that, to be grateful, even to just walk, because I couldn't walk. And a lot of people take advantage of those little things that you just do every day until something happens, that you can't do it anymore. It's like, Lord, I need to walk. I'm too young to be bedridden. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I really, truly thank God for it. I thank God to be able to function, because I couldn't, so the first thing is to be grateful over the little successes. If you have a small, create small goals for yourself and say, okay, well, I want to start at 3,000 a month in my business. And once you hit that, be grateful for it. Be grateful for the process it took you to get there. So then you make another goal. Okay, let's go up to 5,000 a month. Then you hit that goal. Okay, so you have to perform with a grateful heart. You have to be grateful for the little things that are allowed to you, because too many times we go through life and we don't remember what yesterday was. We don't remember what the day before was. We're just living. But if we stop and live in the moment and be grateful for the things, if we take, like they say, take a deep breath, get the air. What is the air like? What is your surroundings like? And to me, that's success. And if you can get that at the smaller level, you'll have major moments. You have major moments, major successes. And so that's what I've learned in business. And I'm trying to get other people to just catch on.
That's fantastic. So are those same three things that you would recommend for our entrepreneurial audience, and what they can do, or tips that they can use to be successful?
Yes, yes, I do. I recommend those things. And I also, in the Mind Space program that I've been doing, or the Mindset, Get Your Mind Right series, I've been giving them different techniques that I've learned as far as, doing for themselves and being grateful. And, it depends on where the person is, because a lot of times, you can be in a certain religion that don't allow you to meditate, or, you can do this and can't do that. So wherever you are, be it you just pray, or, you sit back and meditate, and, allow things to come to you. Like one of the things is when I work on a digital course, that's another way that I have to be in a quiet space, because again, you are creating a product that you want people to enjoy, that you want people to crave. And so I get in a quiet space, and then I do my outline. And then once I do my outline, everything else just kind of falls into place. But you have to know what it is that people want. You have to know what it is that they're asking for, so that you can create what it is they're asking for. So again, it's all about being in the headspace, and it's all about knowing your craft and what you're called to do in order to put everything together. So it all intertwines with me for business owners, and I will encourage the business owners to, and even those, although I specialize in service based business owners, I also used to sell a product as well. So even if you sell a product, you too can also create passive income. Even if you work in MLM, that's right, you too can create a passive income, because I tell business owners, it's not about the MLM you're working for, it's about you. You have to brand you.
That's right.
People are going to buy from you. They're not going to buy, of course they'll buy the product, but it's because they love you. I know a guy right now. He started off as a food blogger, which he still is a food blogger. But this man he has 2 restaurants. He sells cookbooks. He does credit repair. Okay. And he charges like $1,500 to do credit repair. And these people be on it, like on it. So it's not about the product. It's about him. Mm-hmm. Whatever this man sell, they gonna buy, right? So it's important to, again, that determines your mindset. That determines your mindset, where people will be connected to you and they see there's something about you that they have to stay connected to. So
I like that. Yes. Yeah. There's something about you. So think about that, audience. There's something about that people want to connect to and that they'll stay connected to.
Yes.
Right? That's how you build that brand loyalty.
Yes.
And I'm so in agreement. It's not about that one product or one service or that book. There's a million books.
Right.
Okay. There's 1,000 possibly of other services, but there's something that makes a person connect with you, that wants them to do business with you.
Right.
Okay. Yes. So brand you. Be you.
Yes.
Right? Be in the present. Live in the moment. Show up.
That's right.
That is so important, because you give off a certain energy. If you're not confident in you and what you offer, people sense that.
Yes. They sense fear.
Oh, I can't sell this, or I can't sell that, or I don't have but it's the fact that you have a lack of confidence, a lack of belief in you.
Right.
That is the problem. And you have, it's a process. You work on it and you're like, oh my goodness. It's like, it's exercise.
Right. Exercising your mind. We said it at the same time.
Yeah, so it's exercise of the mind. So you have to do these things every day.
Every day.
You can change, get in line with that belief that's going to take you to the point of where you want to go to achieve your goals. So you deserve it. So Kimbra, I have one last question to ask all of my audience members. If you had a magic stick and you could change one thing in the world, what would it be?
If I had a magic stick and I can change one thing in the world, I would say that there wouldn't be any homeless people, any mind-stricken people. Everybody be on the same playing level mentally, because although we are on the same playing level physically, we are mentally. Yes. And so I have that's really what I would do. We would all be the same level. I could have a conversation with you. I could have a conversation with him. It'd all be, we will all understand each other. We would understand each other. And when we can understand each other, is less fighting. There's less miscommunication. You understand?
Oh, yes.
We understand each other. And that's what I would do. And I know it's a different type of answer, because everybody be like world peace and hunger and but no, we need to be on the same playing level physically. I mean mentally is what I'm saying. Yes.
I think that's so great. It's always interesting to hear, but I think understanding is so important. And that's something that I stress, that oftentimes people don't even think that's important. And I'm like, relationship wise, any relationship you're in, I think it's necessary to want to be in the mindset,
right,
to understand the people that you're interacting with.
That's right. That's right. Keep the confusion down.
Yeah, everybody wants to be understood.
Right.
And that's a lot of times the problems that we have in the world is just due to lack of understanding.
Right. Exactly.
It's just due to lack of understanding.
Yes.
Right? Probably, let's work on understanding each other. Okay.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Especially in our community.
Yes.
I'm a stickler about us brown people.
Yes.
To get a better understanding of who we are.
Yes.
So many of us are still slaves in the mind. and they're just gophers, and they just do any and everything somebody tell them without a thought, but they don't understand that they can live a better life. It is our time. The government doesn't really care much about the people of America, and your neighbors sure don't care about you. So, you gotta, although everyone is for self, but I think again, if we all had that same level of understanding, we would be more compassionate to one another, and encourage one another in our business. But you have so many people that are stingy, and we have people that are jealous of others, and it just makes it hard to coexist with our people. Sometimes it makes it really hard to coexist with us. But that, I think we need a change. We need a change.
Yeah, and it starts with us.
Yeah.
So we're the leaders of that change, to know that we can work together, we can understand, and we can do more together than separate.
Right. Exactly.
And it's our time. It's our time. That's what I push. It's our time to come together, start collaborating, start partnering with each other.
Yes.
Because there's so much to be done. There's so much in the world. There's such a need out here. And we can accomplish more. We can reach more people.
Right.
Provide more better services if we work together.
That's right.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Kimbra. It has been a pleasure having you on the show. If you, the people, just remind our audience about what services you have, what your company is, and where they can find you.
Okay, well, again, my name is Kimbra. You can find me on Facebook at Generate Passive Income with Kimbra. It's Generate _Passive Income with Kimbra. And you can also find me on Instagram under Passive Income with Kimbra. Again, that's Passive Income with Kimbra on Instagram. My website is www.kimbra.org. Again, www.kimbra.org. And so again, we help businesses, particularly right now, cosmetologists and barbers and anyone in the hair industry. We help them create passive income streams within their business. So that can include digital products, affiliate marketing, high ticket affiliate marketing, as well as other things as well. So if that's something that you would be interested in talking about, if you are a business owner and you want to create, and again, we won't turn you away if you're not in the hair industry. We definitely will not turn you away. So if you would like to talk to me, and we can brainstorm a little bit, and I'll come back and put my link in there, https bit.ly/call with Kimbra, bit.ly/call with Kimbra. But I'll put that link in the comments for those who might be interested. And that gives you a 20-minute call with me so that we can brainstorm what it is you're looking, how much you're trying to generate extra per month. And we can certainly, schedule for you to get started. The program that I am offering is called Passive Profits, and it's profits with a Z at the end. It is a 90-day intensive on helping the business owner to create the digital products. We also help them implement it as well. And so that's what we offer. I enjoy doing what I do. And so again, if anyone who is interested in talking to me, feel free to hit me up.
Okay. We're so glad that we had you on this show. We have been talking with Kimberly Owens, the Passive Income Diva. If you didn't watch live, please catch the replay, #replay. We thank you so much for tuning in. We broadcast here at the Biz Talk Live Show every Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern. We would love to have you on as a guest. If you have an inspiring entrepreneurship story that you're ready to share, we want you to come on the show. Please visit us at www.intuitiveriskmanagement.com and apply online. Also, we're looking for sponsors. If you would like to sponsor the show where we promote you and you can be an advocate for small business, please feel free to apply online as well. Just wanted to let you guys know as a reminder that we are hosting the second annual Small Business Week Extravaganza here in Northeast Ohio, April 28th through May the 5th. So we're calling all entrepreneurs and small business owners to get involved. This is our time. We're winning in 2019. If you cannot be in Northeast Ohio, you can still be in the room at the Small Business Winning in Business Summit that's taking place May the 1st. So for details, go to www.smallbusinessweekextravaganza.com. Again, I am your host, Shante R. Roddy. It's been a pleasure having you. And we look forward to seeing you next Thursday again at 1 p.m. Eastern. Until then, you all have a great day and work smart. Bye.